Yo, what's up, guys? It is Monster Jam Collector Racing here. I'm here with Time Series number 436, and let's go racing. We're going to kick things off with Edgeglow Batman and Big Kahuna. The first winner is going to Big Kahuna. Next up is Higher Education taking on Carolina Crusher. It's going to be Higher Education. Next up is Gravedigger taking on Blue NEA. It's going to be Gravedigger taking the win. Next up is Steelyville Blue Thunder taking on Rage. It's going to be Rage. Next up is Cutting Corners taking on Maniac. It's going to be Maniac. Next up is the Battle of the Toxic Trucks, Shark Reek and Loco Punk. It's going to be Loco Punk. Next up is Shark Shock and Soldier Fortune. It's going to be Shark Shock. Next up is the Battle of the X-Wreckers, Motosaurus and Piranha. It's going to be Motosaurus. Next up is Son of a Digger taking on Donut Patrol. It's going to be Son of a Digger. Next up is Wrecking Crew Mud Treads taking on Gold Roger Dodger. It's going to be the Gold Roger Dodger. Next up is Haul Y'all and Massimo Dalmatian 2017. It's going to be Haul Y'all. Next up is Bad News Travels Fast Clear Crushers taking on Test Subject. It's going to be Bad News Travels Fast. Next up is Backdraft and Gold Max D. It's going to be Backdraft. Next up is Earthshaker Elementals taking on Gas Monkey Garage. It's going to be Earthshaker Elementals winning with a comeback. Next up is Pirates Curse Elementals taking on Axe. It's going to be Pirates Curse Elementals. Now we have Elementals Max D taking on Doomsday Nightglow. It's going to be Elementals Max D. Next up is Hot Wheels Racing number 3 taking on the Lucas Oil Stabilizer. It's going to be Hot Wheels Racing number 3. Next up is Steer Clear 2023 taking on Night Shifter Back to Basics. It's going to be Night Shifter. Next up is Mad Scientist Mud Treads taking on the returning Bounty Hunter. It's going to be... what a race. But just barely, it's going to be Mad Scientist. And the final race of round 1 is 2 trucks that are making a return, Kraken and Wildflower. It's going to be, I think it's Wildflower. Yes, it is. Wildflower takes the win. Alright guys, here we are with round number 2. We're going to kick things off with Big Kahuna and Higher Education. It's going to be Higher Education. Next up is Rage and Gravedigger. It's going to be Rage. Next up is Local Punk Toxic taking on Maniac. It's going to be Maniac. Next up is Shark Shock and Motosaurus X-Wreckers. It's going to be Shark Shock. Next up is Son of a Digger taking on the Gold Roger Dodger. It's going to be What a Race. And it's going to be Son of a Digger with an upset win. Next up is Haul Y'all and Bad News Travels Fast Clear Crushers. It's going to be Haul Y'all. Next up is Earthshaker Elementals taking on Backdraft. It's going to be Backdraft. Next up, we have an Elemental race, Max D and Pirates Curse. It's going to be Pirates Curse. Next up is Hot Wheels Racing number 3 taking on Night Shifter Back to Basics. It's going to be Night Shifter Back to Basics. And the final race of round 2 is Mad Scientist Mud Treads and Wildflower. It's going to be What a Race. And it's going to be Mad Scientist Mud Treads. All right, guys, here we are with round number 3. We're going to kick things off with Higher Education and Rage. It's going to be Higher Education winning with a block. 1 upset. Next up is Shark Shock and Maniac. It's going to be Maniac. Next up is Son of a Digger taking on Haul Y'all. It's going to be Haul Y'all. Next up is Backdraft and Pirates Curse Elementals. It's going to be Backdraft. And the final race of round 3 is Mad Scientist Mud Treads and Night Shifter Back to Basics. It's going to be Night Shifter. Alright guys, here we are with round number 4, which is the quarterfinals, but we're going to need 3 fast loser races to make it 8 to be even. So here they are. We're going to kick things off with Rage and Pirates Curse Elementals. It's going to be Rage. Next up is Cutting Corners and Son of a Digger. It's going to be Cutting Corners. And the final fast loser race is going to feature Shark Shock and Hot Wheels Racing number 3. It's going to be Shark Shock. Now we're down to the quarterfinals of Science Series number 436. Let's go over your field of trucks. Inside of Higher Education, we have Hot Wheels 3. Inside of Maniac, we have the S-Kicker. Inside of Haul Y'all, we have One Bag Ghoul Rhinomite 2008. Inside of Backdraft, we have Monster Jam Mutt. Inside of Night Shifter Back to Basics, we have Fat Dash 30. Inside of Rage, we have Monster Jam Collector 2008. Inside of Cutting Corners, we have Curry Gaming. And inside of Shark Shock, we have Nathan Webb. So let's kick the quarterfinals off with Higher Education and Maniac. It's going to be Maniac hitting the wall first, taking the win. Next up is Backdraft and Haul Y'all. It's going to be Haul Y'all. Next up is Rage and Back to Basics Night Shifter. It's going to be close race. But it's going to be Rage. And the final race of the quarterfinals is Shark Shock and Cutting Corners. It's going to be Shark Shock. Now we're down to the semifinals of Science Series number 436. Let's go over your field of trucks. Inside of Maniac, we have the S-Kicker. Inside of Haul Y'all, we have One Bag Ghoul Rhinomite 2008. Inside of Rage, we have Monster Jam Collector 2008. And inside of Shark Shock, we have Nathan Webb. So let's kick the semis off with Maniac and Haul Y'all. It's going to be Maniac. Who will meet Maniac in the championship race? Shark Shock or Rage? It's going to be Shark Shock. Alright guys, here's the championship race. Inside of Maniac, we have the S-Kicker. I believe he is a one-time champion looking for his second win. I could be wrong. And inside of Shark Shock, we have Nathan Webb, who is a two-time champion looking for his third. The winner of Science Series number 436 is going to be none other than the S-Kicker. In Maniac. So the S-Kicker, congratulations on taking your win. I believe this is your second win. I could be wrong. Not to mention, you've given Maniac his first win on my channel, and it was one of the new trucks. So congratulations on winning. You deserve it. Nathan Webb, dude, you were doing so good all day. You almost got your third win. It's going to make it that one step further. And not only you, but Shark Shock is going to get his first one day. Better luck in Time Series 437, man. You did great. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Great race, everybody. Congratulations to the S-Kicker and Maniac for taking the win, and congratulations to Maniac for getting his first win. And I'll see you guys in Time Series 437.
You could break my heart.